But let's get underway with our second semi-final, eh, dude?
Yeah, let's get to it. So we have two sloshing machines from both sides, actually. It's kind of one of those really interesting weapons. It's kind of like a Rapid Blaster, but it's like in a slosher form. It doesn't have as much range as the Rapid Blaster, but it also has Bomb Rush, which is, I guess, one of the things that really do help the Rapid to paint a lot. So it seems like they're actually going for this option.
Wow, yeah.
They actually charge up Bomb Rush and then push with that.
Yeah, Tomica being very annoying there with those evasive rolls with the Jews, but getting taken down eventually. Captain NX tries to go for the 1v1, but gets taken down by VMX. Jason
gets the double, using the Ink Storm to a good effect there. Gets one splat and also gets with the Ink Storm. Now, it just seems like he just needs to try to survive here and just hold his ground. Yeah. It seems like there's also one person...
Ooh. Supported his teammate well, couldn't save his teammate, but did support and get the splat back. 1-for-1 then.
Doing a really good job with the Duelist Culture. Duelist Culture is one of those weapons where you don't necessarily need to push up. It's kind of a midline weapon where you just kind of focus more on painting more than trying to push up, because it's a 4-shot splat. It's for one, and I guess in terms of accuracy, it's not the greatest in terms of accuracy, so yeah. But it does have a lot of painting power, so that's where it comes really good in support that's where it comes in as a support in midline.
We just saw there, you know, Inklings Anonymous taking control, wrenching it on free. Trico at the top, using that Splatling gun to such great effect. The firepower, the range it has, it's just doing loads of work for them. Brit here, just kind of having to try and fall back, a lot of pressure in that corner.
All I really need to see, well, unfortunately, gets taken out by the Inkjet. Felt like what Brit needed to do there is just kind of back up a little bit, maybe just to, I guess, hold their zone. Could probably use Bomb Rush just to slow them down a little bit more so they can actually get more points. But we got on board with Teriyaki here, starting to use some bubbles. Unfortunately, gets taken out by Trico. Going to quickly take away those bubbles and, you know, get control of their zone. But unfortunately, Splatalyst also still have the control. Brit with the interesting Bomb Rush from the other side of the map goes with a really nice fight, but Jason picks that up straight away and just needs to hold his ground here. May need to jump out in this situation just so he can actually save his Ink Storm, but fortunately didn't do it, and Ben straight away took him out.
So again, they have this lead. They're going to be working on those penalty points slowly but surely. 40 points to go, and they got that massive lead of about 79 points. So they're sitting pretty. They just need to just kind of hold on to that pressure and just not let it up. I mean, look at them, all in that corner. They just pushed into that corner together, and they need to kind of either push forward with that, or they need to kind of like just spread themselves out and be more of an issue elsewhere.
I feel like it's a thing where it's words are hard. Inklings Anonymous are actually making it really hard for them to actually push back up, because as you saw there when they were actually trying to set up, Inklings Anonymous was just, I guess, counter-pressuring that. They just made sure that they stayed in there. They're
very proactive in seeing the opportunities of their opponents and just locking them down immediately, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So, in a situation now where Splatalyst have control, tug of war right now, and Inklings Anonymous takes the zone. Looks like it's a thing that's going back and forth,
Having a look at the top now, and you know, with this new 4.0 spectator mode, showing us the splats and assists on top, and obviously the special gauge charge on the bottom. You can just see how ready and primed they are to get involved. A complete team wipe now for Inklings Anonymous. Splatalyst are up against it as the time is ticking away. 1 minute to go, and time, in terms of the points, is getting closer.
Anonymous are doing a really good job, because as soon as they got control of the zone, they pushed up straight away, and they're pushing up even deeper than usual, because they already know they have not a lot of points that they need to get down. So they're just making sure that Splatalyst cannot get back into this game.
Tomica getting that Inkjet and immediately trying to go for those bubbles, but is not aware of NX below him. Gets taken out, and then a 1v1 between Jason and him.
Looks like Anonymous is about to take this all, but maybe Cyber can actually has something to say about it. Trying to neutralize the zone. This is their only chance right now, and no, looks like Ink Anonymous take the map of Manta Maria Splat Zones.
Game 1 going for them there. So they are 1-0 up now. as we look forward to Camp Triggerfish and tower control. So we'll see how that goes. It's an interesting game. Inklings Anonymous just had a lot of control in that game. It took them a little while to get going. I think it's one of those things, just trying to pick out the weaknesses and the moments here and there in their opponents, both offense and defense, to go, there's the pick, go, lock down, and kind of like, almost like, they're just kind of scoping out that one moment and just jumping, pouncing on them, capitalizing.
I feel like they do a really, really good job of just responding really well. They respond really well when they know something's happened. Like, as soon as they got the full life, all of them just knew, okay, go, let's go up. I guess the game's about to be over, they just knew, okay, we need to go even deeper than usual, so.
Yeah, I mean, it was, as you say, it's a response that the reaction to go, so in that, over there, they're trying this, so this is what we can do to counteract that. It's, again, that ability to recognize what opponents are doing and not just, just buffet it and just go head on, but what is that intelligent counterplay to stretch what they're trying to do, trying to disrupt what they're trying to do as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not just about meeting them head on, it's sometimes about just being able to try and pull the line, stretch out their resources, and find another way to circumvent their approach.
Yeah. I feel like what makes a really good team is when, I guess, a team knows exactly what the other team's going to do. Like, if they can just know that, okay, they're going to set up in this way, let's counteract that and prevent that from ever happening and just make them try to do it again.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so here we go. Camp Triggerfish is underway.
Seems like he got Inklings Anonymous already starting to charge, but unfortunately, Captain MX.
Ben going so deep right now into the opponent's territory. That blaster pushing back their opponent. And this just needs to cover the flank and then maybe try and get back to their team. Very, very nice. Getting Tekerai. Pressure from behind. Gets taken down.
Stingray already ready. Getting a double splat. Splatalyst fully wiped right now. Inklings Anonymous starting to make the push straight away. Getting all their players onto the tower right now, or two. Got their backline straight onto it. So Splatling's also one of those backline weapons. Also has Stingray. So we can probably see Trico just going to post up on the tower right here while his frontliners push up.
Okay, so Trico holding on to the tower right now. Although two of their teammates are down, just holding firm and just kind of keep that push going. 46 points. They've lost the tower. It's going to be slowly making its way back to the start. Trico, yeah, nice pressure from one side. Teammate comes from the other to get that splat.
He has very, very good awareness. Like, he kind of understands where, I guess, the players from Splatalyst are actually coming from. It's just like he knew people on the right, so let me look right. If there's somebody coming from the left, let me look left. Just post up, and it just made it really hard for Splatalyst to actually come back from that. So
look at that though. There was a three squid splat on the side of Splatalyst, so they have a nice lead until Inklings Anonymous get back to the center. So what can they do with this? Just going to let that tower slowly reset and try and re-coordinate themselves for another push. Tomica, 1v1.
Nice 1v1 coming into play, using his inkjet. Try to get a little bit of up high ground on here. But the blaster, really nice splat. Really nice splat. I guess situations like that, you don't really normally see inkjets winning against blasters like that, because blasters can be very, very annoying for inkjets, but did a really good job of taking that blaster out.
Yeah, there's a little bit too much pressure there as well from Inklings Anonymous. Hard to push back.
All right, seems like Tomica getting a nice splat there. Splatalyst also still have the control. Here's an opportunity to try to take the Splatling out, but Trico comes out on top. Call out has been called. Stingray is going for Trico right here. Trico just has to either jump out or just all tries to dodge it as well. But it seems like Inklings Anonymous are also trying to flank, and they're being very, very successful at it.
Yeah.
Fully wiping Splatalyst right here.
Okay, here we go. Inklings Anonymous on top of that tower, pushing it as best they can. They're going to be making their push again here. You can see how much just map control they've got on this central area, and even slowly pushing in. In that main area, it's a little bit harder, but they've got this left side. It's theirs.
Nice stuff. Oh, Trico. There he goes.
Good night, sir. Have a good swim.
I'm not saving you.
Yeah, don't worry. Okay,
Captain MX still actually applying the pressure, so this is going to actually allow Splatalyst Anonymous, or Splatalyst Anonymous.
Splatalyst Anonymous.
Inklings Anonymous to actually hold the pressure here and make it very, very hard for Splatalyst to actually come back in.
Aye. Oh, it's just staying in that corner. I'm not here. There's no one here.
There's no one right here, but really I am.
No.
Here I am, Captain MX, or NX. Also taking a... Oh, okay, maybe not.
Oh, I thought Trico was taking another dip. The tower was slowly moving away from them, but look at this again. The height when you have a Splatling is just silly.
Yeah.
Okay. Pushing forward, staying safe.
Staying safe, but Cyber manages to take him out.
Yeah, doing good there from Cyber.
Call-out's been cool as well. Stingray going onto Sniper, or Cyber, just has to hold out. Takes out the Inkjet as well, nicely done. Looks like Inklings Anonymous starting to back up here. Just backing up just so that they can, I guess, reclaim. I feel like probably at this point in time, you know, Trico's very, very close to his Stingray here. 30 seconds left, so it's just going to be a thing where they just need to ace this final push.
Yeah,
if they don't right now, Splatalyst are going to take the win.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking good. They've got 3 men down, or 3 squids down. It's not looking great for them, and that would be the 4th. That's essentially a team wipe now. It's looking tough for Splatalyst to get back into this one.
They just got to hold out. They just got to hold out. Splatalyst are going to start pushing right now. They get 1. They get 2. So Splatalyst...
They've got the tower. If they can hold on to this.
Yeah, this is opportunity right here. There is Stingray being...
not again. Not twice in a row. We say that, but there it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Nicely done by Inklings Anonymous. Taking the win on the tower control. Camp Triggerfish 2-0.
Sitting pretty. You know, there was the verge of maybe another reverse on the tower, but not this time. They managed to hold on, they managed to get the control back, can't cancel the overtime, 2-0. Again, Piranha Pit, Rainmaker, it's hectic stuff, but I wonder how this is going to go, because it always seems like Inklings Anonymous have the lead, and they always have that little bit of the advantage, but it's not like Splatalyst aren't weathering that storm and holding strong, but it's just, I think they just can't do it. They can't do it for long enough, it seems right now. And you know, what can they do to get into that? That's the question they have to ask themselves. They have to try and figure that one out for sure.
Yeah, I feel like they're not doing a bad job. They're doing really well. Like, they're doing really good pushes. It's just the thing that Inklings Anonymous it seems like they're more, I guess, on their game at this point.
Yeah.
Because it's just, they're trying to get into good positions, but it just, I don't know, it's just Inklings Anonymous, they're always just one step ahead a little bit. Like, they just respond just a little bit faster than that. Like, I feel like these two are really, they're just really strong in general, so.
Yeah.
You know?
It's one of those things that, you know, if you're reacting a second faster, it's a second extra time to do everything, and you say, just having that one step ahead, and it's enough to just be the difference in games like these. You know, maybe every now and then you have that step ahead, but then you lose it. But you know, if it keeps happening and that pressure's always being piled on, the opponent will eventually crumble, and that's just the way it's going to have to be. It is generally when it comes to games like this.
I would not be surprised right now if this actually goes to a game 5, because at this point, how these teams are fighting seems like it could really go either way.
Yeah.
But you know, would love it to see, what's it called? If Splatalyst try to overcome that aggression. We got a blob lobber. We got 2 midline weapons. Actually, no, 3 midline weapons.
The blob lobber. The blob blobber.
The blob lobber.
Oh, blob lobber. Oh,
yeah.
right. The blob lobber.
You lob the blob.
Yeah. The blob lobber. That's the one. Yeah.
Now, this is a really interesting team composition right here. They're setting up walls, so it looks like they're going to be they're going to be pushing up, but they're going to be using their walls for their protection right now with Splatalyst. But it looks like Inklings Anonymous already getting that Stingray out, gets 2 slaps, and Brit has an opportunity to start pushing right now. Yeah. Has his bomb rush ready. Might want to be careful because, well, never mind. Doesn't have to worry about it. The dualies got taken out. Brit gets a nice splat on Cyber right now. Now it's only Splatalyst only have 2 people right now up. Or 2 squids, I should say. But Trico's actually the only one alive right now.
Yeah, and just doing so well by himself, though, getting those splats where need be, and managed to push it all the way down to, you know, that 60-point mark. Just 40 to go.
Now, I'm just looking at this comp, and it seems very interesting because we don't normally see weapons like squeezes being, I guess, the committed backline weapon, because Squeezer is also one of those weapons that has wall, so it can also push up, but it also has Stingray, which I guess is the backline weapon's dream. It's usually something that we all normally see, so it's really, really interesting. Hopefully they can actually pull something out with this. Seems like Teriyuki's going to try and back up and support his teammates, maybe get that Stingray out, but at this point in time, you know, it seems like they can't really move right now since they just lost 2 players. Oh,
getting a little bit. They got double splat
he
for
got
it,
2 splats for him. Yeah.
But you know, being pressurized so much off the edge there.
Just seems like right now that Inklings Anonymous, they're just kind of taking their time right now since they've already got their, I guess, the first push. I mean, 40 points. It's not a bad push. It's a pretty good push actually. Yeah. It's just. It's comfortable at this point, but I feel like they still want something more out of this. Now they have the opportunity right now. They just got to be careful with the Stingray. Would not matter too much if they get taken out by it with, I guess, the Rainmaker. It just needs to be a thing where their teammates just need to, I guess, respond to it and just stay alive. And it seems like they are doing that right now correctly.
Ben was doing a really, really good job of just staying safe and just moving around with that Rainmaker. But unfortunately, just got caught in a slight line of blue ink as we were just kind of jumping up to get into position. Really, just unfortunately unaware of that moment. But Cyber with the blobber, that's easier to say as blobber. Are you used to try and say it all as one word?
Yeah.
The bees just trip me up. Anyway. Okay.
I used to say I used to call it the blue blobber.
The blue blobber.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was called. The very first time when it came out. So, you know, blobber. It's all there.
Okay.
But right now,
yeah.
Splatalyst, we got taken out quite a bit right there. We got Brit leading the charge with his bomb rush. Captain NX
gets in, can't find the finish off he needs, but this is a massive point difference. It's pretty much. I mean, it's all the way there.
It's 12. It's 12. And they don't really have a lot of time left to actually try and turn things around. I feel like the problem here is that they don't exactly have a lot of frontline options. I mean, they have the M-Parry dualies, which is very, very strong frontline weapon that you'd see in usual comps.
Yeah.
But at this point in time, it feels like a thing where he's usually alone when he's pushing up. So I feel like that's the thing that Splat Analysis is actually really struggling with. Teriyaki, nice. Teriyaki.
I like Teriyaki too, but Tekerai, yeah.
Tekerai, yeah. Gets a nice splat first off. Captain NX here trying to get some shots onto the dualies over there. We have an inkjet from Splatalyst. That was a hard stop.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I think we're both struggling to word right now.
Yeah.
It's okay. Keep going.
So we got 30 seconds, or almost 30 seconds left. No pushes have been committed by Splatalyst right now. Inklings Anonymous are responding quite well. They're just sitting comfortably. They don't exactly need to push because they kind of already made the winning push, and it's just this thing where they can kind of just wait, just shark out their opponents, take them out, just make it harder for Splatalyst to come back in. Here we go. Splatalyst all taken out again. Inklings Anonymous.
And they take that game eventually in the end. Inklings Anonymous 3-0 over Splatalyst. It is another clean victory. Oh, no, not that's 0. Sorry, it's all good. Screwing up. There we go. 3-0. And they will be moving forward to face the Drunken Sailors in the grand finals here at EGX as part of the UK National Championships, which will be taking place later on this year.